How's everybody doing? Feeling good? Nice weather we're having, isn't it? It's finally sunny out, no more cold flashes. Pretty great, you know? See how I'm stalling? It's not to say that I don't care about how you all feel. I really do. But a mild conversation about the weather or any number of mundane things would be infinitely easier to navigate than this art talk. So, the thing about small talk is that you can't mess it up. You know the cues, you hit the notes, you roll your eyes about Mondays, and talk about the latest drama. Maybe, if you're feeling ambitious, you can crack a somewhat out there joke that, while unexpected, you've heard land dozens of times. And, like magic, it lands, the conversation is concluded, and you and whoever you're talking to smile and laugh, and it's done. You've both had a perfectly satisfying, perfunctory interaction, learning literally nothing about you and one another. It's great. You've succeeded. You've won that social interaction. Flawless execution, no notes. Unfortunately, this is an art talk. And given that this is an art class, most of what we're speaking, thinking, and writing about is going to be about art. And for me, talking about art is hard because art matters. The thing about small talk is that it just happens. It takes very little effort and practically no thought at all. And it doesn't matter much because small talk is for strangers. The thing about art is that art is for strangers too. You know, at its core, art is inherently personal, intimate, and vulnerable in a way I'm just not with strangers. It's been turned over and shaped with my thoughts and feelings and time and skill. People say that eyes are the window into the soul, and you can argue that art is the same way. And boy, was I ready to put on some sunglasses. Remember how I said earlier that small talk is easy because you can't really mess it up? And even if you did, the stakes are non-existent. Art is not the same. Art can be awkward in the way that people are invited to peer into your soul and your work and ask as much as they like. And unlike small talk, it's hard to have a perfect answer. You can't win art. Far greater creatives than me have tried and failed. So, what if the artistically awkward creative to do, then subconsciously or not, make small talk art? Art that exists pleasantly without really saying anything. Nothing too ambitious and within a comfort zone of skill that, even if inexperienced, who's going to say anything? That's rude. No emotion broadcasted too heavily, lest you seem weirdly overeager or braggy, or unusually angry or melancholy. The artist makes it and the audience experiences it, feeling perfectly satisfied at perfunctory viewing, having learned pretty much nothing of value. Flawless execution, no follow-up, no risk, no notes. There was a time when I left doodles of all kinds scattered around, trying new things and failing 2/3 of the time. Now, most of what I doodle is flowers. Pleasant, undefined, and unrefined. I mean, who's ever seen an ugly flower? And even if they did, would it really be worth saying anything? The funniest part about this whole thing is that small talk isn't even bad. It's a good icebreaker. It feels good to have that small connection with someone when you chat about the weather. It's nice to have something easy that you can experience with strangers. It's nice and it's comfortable. But it's not fulfilling. And to push any relationship forward in a long-lasting, satisfying way, it requires vulnerability, awkwardness, and intimacy. Not quite knowing what to say or making a joke that just doesn't land. Getting out of your own head and putting in the effort. And while I fear this is a somewhat late observation, I don't regret the art I've done. My flowers, my doodles, and simple visualizations, they've been my starting point, my in, my first attempts to connect. It's been good. I am, however, feeling that it's about time to stop skimming the surface and start having a genuine conversation. So, thanks for letting me start that here. Feel free to approach me. Next time, I'll go straight into politics.